This is the Benjamin Zulu Global. Welcome our viewers from all over the world to the home of the Heart Matters. We're converging to learn together because when you know better, you can do better. And a better life is what we all want. Better work life, better family life, better personal life.
Yes, and my name is Willie Kinyash, and we are glad that you have joined us this beautiful day. And today we want to talk about those people who can go to their homes because of having toxic parents. And our hearts and love goes out to you. I know we might not understand you fully. And that is why we want to have this discussion and see how can we handle such things when they arise. Because here we live, things will happen. And if you're out there, we are sorry. But how should we handle such things when they arise?
Yeah, and you know, the idea of family has been really hyped. That, you know, we are still family, we should stick together, we should. And people throw in these words to pressurize others without looking at how really they're being treated, how people are treating each other. So we want to acknowledge that group that although people are talking about they've gone up country, you quietly, you have no up country to go. And you hardly find anybody to validate you. It's like you be bashed and judged. We mentioned the other day that we have mothers who are very toxic. They're mothers who give birth biologically, but they do not have a heart to give life, to treat children well, to validate. They project onto them their conflicts, their insecurities, their bitterness with life. Women in particular, in the generations past, in the previous generation, they married for the wrong reasons. They did not have an individuality. Many women did not have an existence. They dragged themselves to marriage with nothing to their life. They came to marriage only with their body, hoping to find life, somebody else to give them life. And eventually, because they were so empty, the rubber meets the road and they realize they don't have the life they hoped for. What resulted? Bitterness. Who did they pour the bitterness to? The poor children. We have bitter women who did not organize their lives. They put all their eggs in the basket called marriage. They made the man their God. Even the language of self-development was not there. Really. You can't believe it. You can't believe it. Even the vocabulary was not there. That become yourself, develop your talents, contribute something to the world, know the life you want, build a career, heal your emotional wounds, discover your identity, find your place in the... Nothing. Nothing. No, all they did was, I'll marry you. Me, I'm already married. It was a compare. I want to have a child by the time I'm 25. I want to have this. I want to finish all my children by the time I'm 20. Children. Women were just female animals for all means and purposes. There was nothing like purpose. Nothing. And many of them, those who are lucky enough to go for college, they were going to P1 colleges. That was the most common. They were going to P1 colleges, NYS, there was that NYS, National Youth Service. There was, what else? They were doing secretariat, they were doing college. So, majority, a huge chunk. It was a small number. Our mothers, it was a small number going to universities. You understand? Women were just coming out. There was a number doing universities, but the place of women as a cohort, as a group, as a fraternity, was so small, and many of them liked it that way. There were women in those days who refused. And took identity. Let me tell you, today we are advising people who they're coming from bitter parents because this bitter parent just didn't build a life. They thought love enjoyable. I just have to enjoy marriage life. to enjoy sex life. Enjoy. That, and they made it a competition. Go home today. Aren't there women still bragging with how many children they have? And she's about to ask you for bus fare. Mm-hmm. She starts bragging by she has more children than you. To this day, visit the village. Your classmates in primary school, they will tell you they have already overtaken you. Their first child is, I don't know how old.
Yes.
Because yours is younger. Now you... Imagine. You hear where they are coming from and you want to throw up. At that time they are tattered, they are torn, they are beaten by life. And they don't care about that. They just care how many children. How soon they got their children. My brother. When I look at where many mothers place their children, it is aching. So many of us who went to colleges had one chance in a lifetime to escape the matrix. One in a lifetime. One in a lifetime. And I will never be soft on a girl who was given by the divine grace chance to leave a home, leave the community that was defining her, leave everybody to go to a universal university or a college out there. She had the chance to see the sun and see professors who are women and see doctors who are women and drivers who are women and wealthy women. If you ever stepped into college and you saw women who made it and you still went back, like one idiot who wrote to me, I got married at 19. My coffee, she's clapping herself. This guy was that today. And I'm saying, where are we?
My coffee.
And then she adds there, I had gone to the best schools anybody can go to. Which schools? If you ever... The proof of... The proof of education is not getting airplane. It's making sensible life decisions.
True.
Are we together?
Yeah.
So don't shame the schools you went to by mentioning them when you also saying you got married at 19. It were better your great grandmother who never wore a cloth and got married at that age. She did not have another opportunity.
Yes.
The bitterness we have among parents today is a repercussion of their own brainless decisions. And many of them had a chance to be in colleges. They still went back to be married as third wife. They still went back to marry a serial womanizer. They still went back to get a child when they don't even know who they are. They used to get pregnant, then they get married as an emergency. They want to have sex, and they already went to school. They know what sex will lead to. Then they start scampering. Oh my God, I'm pregnant. Oh my God, married. Oh my God, go up. I don't get rattled when they come at that angle. You know, I got pregnant, so we had no other choice. Did you get pregnant by a mosquito bite? Really, the situation we are dealing with today was a result of our foolishness. Women reduced themselves to be bodies. They could not think, even those who had a chance to get out of home and see better. Among them, there are women who saw better and they flee off to Germany, flee off to Europe. Once you land in college, you are being emancipated. You are the accumulation of thousands of years of struggle to be given a chance to study. Then you can arrive at Nibs College, one of the colleges I like seeing, and they have a lot of people there who have talents. There's this girl who played Selena. You saw that girl? Played in Maisha Magic, and she shot to public stardom, having paused her studies in Nibs. Yeah. She said, I was studying, I had these auditions, I liked acting, my mom had passed on, this role involved somebody whose mom had passed on,
Yes.
and the father married another woman. It was exactly my life situation. I was not so much of an actor, I was enacting my life.
Yes.
And she won the heart of everyone. Being in college. How many girls are in college? And they're just boys, men, TikTok. College is your brink to fly off. The day they brought me to University of Nairobi, I was pinching myself. I said to me, you know, the city kids were greeting each other, hugging and talking with a language. So my carries, where are you guys from? Oh, I remember time and how's life? I'm looking at them. I breathed freedom for the first time. And I breathed hope. Today, we are discussing this because many of those who are tormenting their children are projecting bitterness from their own failure, absconding when they were given a chance at life. They were still thinking, I want to get pregnant by the time I'm 23. During college. Mm-hmm. My relationships don't work for me. My relationships. Imagine a girl telling you your relationships don't work.
23 years old.
Instead of telling me your innovations have not taken off. The projects you have been attempting, you're not finding a breakthrough. That's the conversation in the West, not relationships. When you are youngest, you're trying to attempt to invent an alternative to M-Pesa that is way cheaper. An alternative to the Budalangi flood, to purify drinking water. Medicine for our unique conditions here. Solution for corruption. Surveillance systems. What are they thinking? Today we already have the crop of parents who are regrettable to tell us we are collapsing as society. If the parent was supposed to give child life is giving death instead, we are collapsing. If the mother was supposed to nurture and give life has reached a point where she's giving death, I can't tell you how many of my friends had to confront their parents. I can't tell you how many, even myself, at some point, I had to deal with control, the kind of so demanding. I looked at, where are we? I looked at all the people I was growing with. The parents were enlightened and liberal, who could allow children to fly. Those children took off like an aircraft without resistance. They just took off. The rest of us, oh, there's too much fog. Wait. Oh, there's too much rain. Wait. Oh, there's too much mud. Oh, there's too many birds. You know, those kind of takeoffs that look like they have bad omens. Mm-hmm. You're delayed with 2 hours because of 5 different reasons.
Yeah.
there's a wind coming. There's a storm. You know, these other guys just take off. I studied one of my friends who took off like that. I realized the father was close, mentoring him, giving him encouragement, giving him seed capital, courage. That boy took off so early. Mm-hmm. But if you have to struggle with the parent at home, it's a curse. It's to warn you. Those of you who can't go home, or you know somebody who can't go home, you may become that kind of parent if you follow the path those parents followed. They are projecting their frustrations and pathologies to the children. And many of them had the chance to become something, but they were still emotional, thinking of social image. They could not think of conceiving something with their brain, they're just thinking of conceiving with their body. You don't need a diploma or a degree to conceive babies. Could have done that in the village. Your great grandma did it without education. Why are you going so far towards complicating life? Once more, if you ever land in anything, written institute, written college, written university, I looked at that university, I said, this, I'll take off from here or die trying. I would not go back where I came from. Never. A place where you have to hope that tomorrow you get food. You know, you guys pray when food is on the table. Back there would pray for the food that is in the market to somehow be brought.
Invite it to our home.
And you sit there watching whether somebody will come in with any good news. If you see your mother coming, you're checking whether she's carrying anything, any basket. If she's not carrying any basket, it's finished.
There's no hope.
My brother, for me, the orientation that gave me was savage and death and life. But when I look at today at the parents who are hating on their children, many of them are unconscious. They don't decide one day to beat them up. It's that their life is a failure. Their life is bitter. Their life is painful. And all they can give is what they have. What they have are bitter wells, cannot give sweet waters. They are projecting pain. The first warning, us, this generation, build a contented life. That you can pass contentment and peace to your children. Build a rich life. Stop jumping to marriage and relationships. Respect seasons. Respect preparation. Take a season that you prepare for your own money. Money makes the world move around. Not love. Not romance. Not babies. Not marriage. You can die for lack of money. You can die for lack of marriage. Don't think of men and women when you're in college. Don't. Think of your own freedom. Invent what you brought to this world. Genesis 2:4, God had not caused any rain to fall on the earth because there was nobody to work the earth, to manage the earth. It is one of the important principles he told us early. But we keep skipping over it to go to the happy things. Happy things. Happy things. God delayed creation to wait for manager. Your success will delay waiting for manager who has a presence of mind. God wants management of your life, of the gifts he gave you. David was parachuted from the pastures to the palace when they counted his gifts, the one he had developed until people could see it. The person who reported who recommended him for the job, David had not applied for the job. They saw a problem at the palace and they told the king, we know one boy, the son of Jesse. He's a good player at instrument. He's prudent at matters. He's a good man. They counted, that's the one, bring him. What gifts are you developing to open doors for you in kingdoms? Stop focusing on your body. Focus on your brain. When I look at these people are so burdensome. We did a whole show about why they burden their families, their children, about pay me this, buy me a car, do this, do the other. They burden, they pressure the children, and then the children can't breathe. Where is the failure coming from? They absconded growth and jumped onto each other, started siring, calling each other husband, wife, and they don't have anything to their name. Why are you using the word girlfriend when you don't have an invention to your name? Why are you saying, I'm running after this woman, when you don't have something that you can ignite and it moves your ABCD? When you don't have any money at your account that you can say, this is mine? Why are you undressing your trousers when you have not undressed your gifts? Where are we coming from, really? One lost character came right into me, things I can't read. I started sleeping with women. When I arrived to college in 2013, now I lost count, it's over 200 women. Why are you telling me? Who told me you are interested? We have many pornography actors who act until they die. So, what are these you are telling me? What you focus your mind on is what you wanted. So, where are we going with this? What is this body count competition? Why are you focusing on bodies? Didn't they tell you that who invests in the body will from the body reap corruption? And that who will invest in your spirit, in your person, in your divine calling, will from that spirit reap life and peace. To be carnally minded is death. To be spiritually minded is peace. What do you want? Why are we glorifying things that will burn when exposed to the first heat? Everything will be tested by fire. Is what you're doing. Will it stand the fire of time? The fire of usefulness? What have you done? Munro said to write your gifts, publish your books, sing your songs. His last message before he died. He said, man, write your books. But what are we putting first? The conquest about immorality. That's what we are praising. About getting children. And then, when life bites, you're supposed to pay your bills. Supposed to commute. Supposed to advance your life. When life bites, what happens? You become bitter. Start projecting to your children. Oh, you don't take care of me. Oh, like so and so. Oh, you have not done this. Oh, I'll curse you. Really, I could not believe it that we have parents who are the source of pain to their children. I tried to trace the source. And although we may have mental disorders, other things, that's a very small percentage. The biggest percentage are people who did not even develop their lives. And they became bitter. They jumped to things. And as I told you, many have jobs. They are police officers. Many have jobs. They are working at the government office someplace. But they were in college, but not trying to become, to self-heal, to self-discover, to connect to themselves. They were not trying to work on their inner life. They were trying to book husbands, book wives. If you are lucky, if you are chosen to ever step in college, use that to escape the pain of living a blind life. It's in college where for once you can lift your Android phone and connect Wi-Fi and type personality tests and study who you are. Type childhood wounds and study the ones you have. Study self-esteem and gauge yourself. Study careers, gauge yourself. Study parental wounds, gauge yourself. It's there where you are free opening to become an individual who is healthy, happy, and functioning. That's the one place you can check innovations, you can write online articles. That's one place you have access to internet. Most university programs have spaces in between which have no classes. They were meant for innovation. That's what in the US they used to develop softwares, to develop programs, to perfect their skill, to perfect. That's how I used my time. That's how my friends, we used our time. And we said, we were going to make a different story or die trying. Or die trying. We could see our friends by the side. They started siring children, cohabiting. Today we can see the fruit. You live a blinded life, arrested life. Once you acquire so many bills, so many entanglements, so many emotional wounds, so many breaks, so many injuries, you may lose the fight. Many people are still living, but they have given up. They just have to manage the problems they created in the days of their blindness. And they reach a place where they can't. It's like a lost case. It's like a lost thing. They don't even know where they are. But today, we have people in the city square, the Willies and the Zulus, who are trying to appeal that, guys, this is the way. Yeah. So that you don't become the parents who torment their children, who torture, who lead their children the other way, who become a curse. How about we change course? So if you're the person who could not go on, I want you to feel validated. Just do 3 things for me. Number 1, you're just unfortunate to have no parent, although they are alive. Sometimes you have to conduct burial for people who are alive. To bury the need for a mother, for a father, because they are a source of pain in your bones. So I want you to conduct a burial of the hope that you ever had to be called son, daughter. Bury it. Stop arguing. You have seen over and over what they are. Stop trying to comply with other people who have healthy parents. And yours are just a source of pain. Number 1, Stop bargaining. Bury the hope.
Bury the hope.
Yes. I know people will tell you, oh, give another chance. Oh, do this. Once people show you how toxic they are, if you continue exposing yourself to them, they will make you as toxic as them. They will hurt you so badly that you lose hope, become bitter.
How do I bury this hope?
Number one, whenever you have to, we're using burying to mean grieve. Agree that it's not there and mourn your loss. Accept that you are an orphan.
Should I keep in touch with them?
No. That point you will come to decide upon it. But in the present, this person who cannot give you peace, tormented you, go home, they hurt you, they try to control you, put you down, and the public can't even see it, that it has become a place of pain, you can't even go home anymore. Accept. It is possible to have to grieve a person who is alive. Grieve the relationship, the hope you had. Number two, create an alternative family. Get friends whom you are connected by values, not the past.
Values.
Yes.
You share the same values.
Yes. Get other people whom you live for the same vision. They appreciate you for who you are, you appreciate them. You feel at home with them. Let those become your father, your mother. Let those become your family. And enjoy them as so. Remember somebody who said, too often we have friends, we have family who are not friends, and friends who become family. The people you have blood, you don't have friendship. The people you have friendship, you don't have blood. Sometimes life is like that. It's the Jonathan who you don't have blood with who prepares David for the calling. So, accept, bury, forget. Number two, replace. Get another family and accept so. Number three, use now not connection but courtesy with your relatives. The ones who hurt you, forget the connection. Stop keeping touch irregularly. Use courtesy and use wisdom. Only see them when you have to. One guy said he just drove by on the eve of Christmas, dropped the shopping and left. He told them he would not make it. And he's just in Nairobi, enjoying the peace. Because there are many spoiled siblings at home who are being favored by the parents, who make the home so painful and chaotic. It's not manageable. And for the last 4 or 5 Christmases he has tried, he always comes back injured, hurt. You arrive home and they take you hostage. You can't go away. You can't leave now. It's a fight to leave. And you are a grown-up. They exploit, they demand this, demand the other, throw jabs at you, say unkind things, veiled attacks. So use that diplomacy. If you want to shop them, you can shop for them and drop the time before or send somebody. Or keep off totally, depending on the degree of hostility. Protect your peace. Again, accept the situation that other people are parents, you don't. If it's a father, if it's a mother, you don't. The person gave birth biologically, but they cannot give birth from their heart. They can't love. Forget it. Number two, come up. Get other family. Meet Jonathans. Meet Mordecai's. Meet people who you connect genuinely. And number three, rearrange your connection with the family to put enough distance to give you safety, to give you peace. Don't care who says about what, who says you did not do what. Stay away totally if you have to stay away totally. Pop in occasionally if that's what works. Do whatever it takes to build a different life. Yes.
Wow. And so your peace is very key, very important. And so if you're out there and maybe you have such toxic parents, now you have gotten the wisdom. It's very simple. You can handle that. So maybe you've never heard of what Zulu is talking about, but you can grieve them while they are alive, and you can move on and enjoy your life. Thank you so much for joining in. I am Willie Kinyash.
This is the Benjamin Zulu Global. Welcome our viewers from all over the world to the home of the Heart Matters. We're converging to learn together because when you know better, you can do better. And a better life is what we all want. Better work life, better family life,